Hello and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. This is Violier, and last time we unlocked Guildhest. Hasn't really been any controversy over my choice of naming and shaming people, but I'm gonna do it. I don't care. I mean, if someone's just having an off day, that's fine. The people that normally play with them will know them better than I do. I probably won't see them again unless they happen to be on my server, in which case that's another story altogether. But you know, and I will admit, I am ready for criticism over how I play the game. In fact, I welcome it, because truth be told, I suck. Anyways, let's continue on with the main storyline. Freylov, a yellow jacket on guard duty in Swift Perch, wants you to investigate Brewer's Beacon and investigate the reason behind the waning light. Brewer's Beacon? You there, adventurer. Cast your eyes toward the Brewer's Beacon. Does that light not seem uncommon weak? Is this supposed to be uncommonly? Where is Brewer's Beacon, pal? Nope. Can't unlock her. Nope. It cannot possibly be bright enough to guide the ship sailing in. Hey, I would march over to the lighthouse and investigate myself, but I am duty bound to remain at my post. Don't they give you messengers or something? I would consider a favor if you could make a visit to the Brewer's Beacon and see if aught has befallen Kanswis, the lighthouse keeper. Okay, you can do that. But yeah, I personally have no problem with naming and shaming. You're welcome to do it to me, because that is only fair. I apologize to anyone who's just had an off day, but really, you didn't really do good. Ooh, hunt mobs. Kill the hunt mobs while we're here. I'm not joining the fate. Hey, no, I don't want to. Today, let's see, I'm level 13. I am hoping to get to the point where I can enter my first dungeon, and that will be tomorrow's episode, most likely, or at least part of it. But for now, we're just gonna kill some dodos and kill some dodos. To get into actual dungeons, you must progress through storyline. There are some dungeons that are not open through the storyline, but they've been adding hard mode dungeons for some of them that require you to do the original dungeon, but the hard mode doesn't come into effect until 50. And there are some dungeons I'd much rather skip, but I probably won't. I'm trying to use this WT Fast program. I'm not sure if I have it set up right. It took me a little bit to actually get logged in the game. Oh, hostile presence. So, there's a hostile presence. There you are. So, this is kind of a test run. We'll see what happens. And I'm going to send this to... there were two of them. I'm going to guess there were two. I mean, I set it up that I have the game through Steam. I guess I could download it traditionally because, again, I was a legacy player. And, but I have it set up to start up the launcher, and then I set the game executable itself for the where it says game executable. I'm hoping that might help with some connection problems, though I was getting a bunch of 10105s, I think was the right number. Oh look, another hunt mob. If we keep finding those, we may not get all the way over to the dungeon. Let's see. More hostile presences. See if we can kill this one before the other one gets over here, and do this. I do like how the mission progression goes. Normally it's just you're sent someplace and you do all the quests in that area and you're pretty much set to get on to the next area immediately. I've mentioned before that there are some parts, typically for me I will call that Mordona and Coerthus. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, please forgive me. I don't know. So, well, let's kill these hunt mobs over. What's aggroing me? What? Oh, hello. Yeah, when I played through on my first character, I had some issues with that. I probably wouldn't have had issues and wouldn't have even known there was problems if I would have actually started with White Mage again. Fun fact for everyone, if you are a Legacy White Mage, you have to, actually if you're a Legacy anything, you have to go re-unlock the class just so you can do the quest and get the abilities, but you, Conjurer specifically, cannot get the White Mage until the level Arcanist, which was not in the original, and I am going to die. Potion. There we go, potion. That'll save me for a little bit. Oh, these guys might be too hard. Shouldn't be. Oh, there's two of them. So I'm just gonna run away. Because, oh, even though the Aetherite I have my home point set to is just there, I'm not gonna bother. But I guess that's the lighthouse we're supposed to go to right there. And whoa, what the hell is up with that building over there? Big orange thing sticking out of it. Oh well. I really should finish that quest while I was there, even if I was just going to skip that one hunt, but we have to head back over that way anyways. Okay. Oh god, under attack. Monsters, go away! At least this one I should be able to kill. Maybe. So yeah. Anyone wants to question my thing, feel free. I think I've explained my reasoning fairly well. I did do some research before I uploaded that episode and got some opinions, and most of them were don't do it. It would be rude. What would happen? Would you like if someone did that to you? As I said, I really don't give a damn. People that suck need to not suck. Like me, I need to not suck, because I do. You say a yellow jacket sent you here? Yeah, my light's growing dim, has it? Well, of course it bloody has. A bomb what fuels me furnace has up and buggered off, you see. If I don't get that beacon fixed up soon, there'll be trouble on the water. You have a bomb lighting your lighthouse? I know you're just a messenger lass, but I can tell a adventurer when I see one. I'm going to need you to chase down that bomb and bring back a claw what you ripped from the smoldering corpse. And that was a female organ, I used the wrong voice. Too bad. Take this here iron brazier and set her down in the middle of the flock, somewhere near the scarecrow, I'd say. You get a nice fire going, and that frisky bomb'll soon be about. Watch you don't singe your eyebrows, lass. Okay, so yes, we have to go back to that quest area, like I said, and we're just gonna sprint there. God, I can't wait until I'm out of this outfit. I don't like it. Only do the colors clash. The top makes me look like a hooker, in my opinion. But to each their own. Let's get this dodo egg. Get the dodo egg. Hostile presence. There you go. Time to kill some dodos. You were extinct once. I will make it happen again. And I guess they never did go extinct in here. I also run some dodos, but yeah. I haven't really been playing too much other than these Let's Plays. I haven't really felt like it. But the reason I'm still doing like a Let's Play on this is because I do find the game fun. I'm finding it, and I find it really fun to do the recording. So, I don't know. I haven't really gone on and done much. Maybe it's because I switched from being on a computer, or from being on PS3 to a computer, and all of my stuff isn't set up back how I want it, since you can't like save your gear sets and action bars on there. So yeah. Also, before I forget, I will address one other thing that happened in that video. I forgot to do the, hold on. Cat, get off of my head. That's my back. But, I will address one thing that I realized after recording the last episode is in the guild house as well. I thought that I didn't have overpower. Turns out I really think I did. Because those things typically sync a player to 4 levels above what the thing is. What being level 10, that should have taken me to level 4, or well, level 12 at least at the time, and 12 is when you get overpower. So yes, that is my own stupidity there. As I said, I suck too. Yes, you did exceptionally well in selecting only fertilized eggs. Now that I consider it, I'm not entirely sure how you managed to tell. In any case, I must raise a naturally aggressive dodo from the egg if I have any chance of surviving the breeding process. Apart from encouraging a more docile behavior when the bird is but a chick, it's imperative that I remove the gland that produces that infamous poison breath. My father's notes quite graphically depict the consequences of failing to do so. This really is rather exciting. Every day I take another step closer to my vision of a swift perch surrounded by golden fields of wheat and echoing with the call of plump waddling dodos. And we get a hat. I wish there was a way in the quest thing to be able to compare your armor. Because if you have something better, I'm just going to get the coins. Because, yeah, it's not much. I never did actually send money over. I considered it, but we'll see how it goes with what I have so far. Delicious, delicious Mountain Dew. Drink of gamers. And we should probably equip that head while we're at it, since we have a level 8 head right now. As I am recording this, you might notice I have it set to local time. I thought I changed it to Eorzea time, but it's currently 1:16 a.m. on the 23rd. So I am recording this a bit less than 24 hours before patch 2.51, which will bring the gold saucer and other features. I don't believe there's any new storyline added to it. I could be wrong, but we'll get that. I may run over some things on my main with that. I don't know. I really have no interest in the gold sauce, and I definitely don't have an interest in triple triad. I prefer Tetramaster. I'm sorry. Triple triad sucks. Okay, so we need to put the iron brazier here. And target it again, I guess. Interacting. You sense a hostile presence. Of course I do. Where is it? There it is. Torchlight. And oh, you do not want to be in that giant red ring. Because it's gonna explode, and I just got aggro from the fate monster. Great. So, let me kill this. I'll also be killing that dodo, and I'll get a little bit of experience later unless I zone out, but I'm not going to stay here and just do it. I feel like it, and I pressed the right. No way, I did do. Did I? Yes. When I was talking about my lack of overpower, I meant. Okay, that's it. We're running. Don't even care. I just don't have the level to do it. Not with that many. Probably could if I had better potions, but since I don't, I'm not going to try. I should note that most enemies will aggro by sight, so you're pretty much free to walk around them if you can. And some of them do detect by sound. Oh God, what are those little things called? Little spiky, spidery things, like in Ogumro mines. We'll see those probably later. What you do is take down that runaway bomb and bring me one of its little claws. Okay, here you go. And you got the ashy bastard, did you? Once I put this little firecracker in the furnace, that should keep things running for a while. Had myself a bit of a look while you was gone, and Lloyd cursed me if the furnace weren't all bent and broken. Small wonder the bloody bomb was able to escape. Patched things up as best I could, but I ain't no Smitty. He might want to have a chat with the Yellow Jacket friend of yours in Swiftperch and have him pass the word back to someone in Limsa. Okay. So now we go back to Swiftperch and, well, we'll see what happens. And if, as you can see on my map, there is a red exclamation point with a key next to it. I don't remember if I've explained that before. Actually, I think I did back at level 4. But that's just a quest you can't access because you're too low level. And another thing to note, just because you do have the level to accept the quest, does not mean you have the level to turn it in. I found several quests like that on my first playthrough. And I was like, what the fuck? Furnace is damaged, is it? Very well, I shall write up the relevant reports, but these repairs needs to be effected without delay. It seems I have another favor to ask of you, adventurer. Take yourself straight away to the Armoury Guild in Limsa Lominsa and explain the situation to Forge Master Hannah. Okay. So, I said I was going to get a little experience later. If I stayed in here, it would have been credit for killing one dodo in that fate. But since we're leaving the zone now and going back home, we are, well, we're just going to skip that. At this level, it's, well, it might have been a fairly decent amount at the time. Really, I can probably work it on some other way. Specifically doing quest. So let's see, do I have any funny stories lately? Does it count if I tried to record an episode of Space Quest 2 and I hit my record button, had my audio recording, played the game, talking the whole way through, only to find out for some reason that the record button on the recorder I used was grayed out. I don't know why, but you know what? We never did do that level 1 quest. Let me go do that. Since, you know, it's like 11 levels higher, 12 levels higher. So the one quest is the Edelweiss quest is down here at the Rogue Guild, not to be confused with the Rouge Guild. The Rouge Guild, I should say, all rouges are overpowdered. Yeah. Kind of, just everyone makes that typo at some point. Or some people just think that's how the word is spelled. No, we're not talking about makeup or a certain shade of red. This is dutiful sister of the Edelweiss, a house of deep reflection and meditation. Unless you got proper business with us, you can kindly bugger off. Maybe I do have business with you. Here, take that. What's this then? A parcel from the Revere Consortium? Let's have a peek inside. Ooh, walnut bread and ginger cookies. And a few of them Bismarck finger sandwiches too. Them Consortium calls know the right way to show their appreciation. Some of them sisters have unholy appetite, so I'd best save a few bites for myself before I take us inside. You let Janess and that person know we're always here for her. Here should her boss have need of us again. Okay. I could swear that I would have had access to being able to unlock other jobs right now, but is there a reason why I can't start the rogue quest? Do I have to start that somewhere else? I thought I'd just start that here. Let's talk to him. I'll have to look that up later. I know, since I was there, I figured I'd just go ahead and unlock it, show you about it. But I am not going to do that because, A, it wouldn't let me. And, yeah, I think we have this one already. Well, let's go back up to the aft castle. I may do a quick run on getting these aetherites in sometime this week. I mean, they're marked on the map. If you don't want to wait, you can just find them that way. Like, let's see what example one I don't have. Which would be none in here, because I've got all the ones in upper. Well, we'll see later. I may have to take a stop by the, not Scholar, Arcanist Guild. Anyways, wrong way. Well, there is a quest up there I need to turn in. Ooh, I bet that's why I don't have access to the rogue quest yet. If that's a level 10 quest, then of course I wouldn't. I'll have to look at that. I thought I had the level 10 quest done. But it has been a week since I've recorded. Probably before next episode I'll be changing that to Eorzea time. So you don't know how late I record. Well, you'll know from now on anyways. Let me look at that. Wicked Destruction. Level 10, that's why I didn't have access to it. Let's turn that in. Once again, your capacity for carnage has been tested and proven. The creatures you defeated, however, were merely some of the many base scavengers that subsist on the scraps left in the wake of Kujaya's rampages. To face Kujaya himself, you yet require far more training. But do not despair, Violaire. As Axemaster and fellow marauder, this I swear. I will not rest until I have taught you how to wring every last ounce of power from your weapon until the blade of your axe can slice cleanly through the thickest hide, the most knotted muscle, the densest bone. This mess will fall by your hand. You may find yourself drawn to explore the possibilities offered by other disciplines. These attractions are inevitable and perhaps necessary. I urge you to soon return to the path of the marauder. I do not wish your edge to dull just as you begin to show such potential. Fare you well, Violaire. And we now have access to the Armoury system, which means we can change jobs, with the proper weapon, which you can get from the quest to unlock them. I think I'll show one of those off at some point today. Myriad disciplines. You have your Disciple of War, Disciple of Magic, Disciples of the Hand, and Disciples of the Land. But now we can get... Hey, he has fine leather jackets. And he's not lying. I will take the fine leather jacket, sir. Or will I? I don't know. We're taking it. And with the Armoury system unlocked, we now have access to gear sets. We start off with, I don't know how many. But you can create new gear sets, which is useful for when you're switching between jobs. It means you won't have to manually re-equip everything. So, just a quickie fix thing. Words. I can't talk. I need another drink. My bottle's almost empty. Okay. On to run while I take a sip. Oh yeah. So, let's go to the Armorers Guild. I'm not entirely sure why it would be the Armorers Guild that would fix the lighthouse, but, well, I would have thought it would have been the Blacksmith Guild, since they told me I needed a smithy. I guess I could always go to Mario RPG if I needed a smithy. See what I did there? Probably not, because people don't know good games anymore. Call of Duty is not a good game, people. This is a good game. Furnace in the Brewer's Beacon needs repairs. Bear got Spirit. I just sent someone out to tinker with it not a week past. Perhaps the bomb canvas trapped in there with a touch too volatile? I'll have an artisan visit the lighthouse and pay special attention to reinforcing the casing of that furnace. Work as done here, adventure. May the navigator guide you on your journey. No? Okay. And we'll take the shoes. There's the mage. Bronze piece. Oh good, we get the next thing from her. Oh, then inconvenient to have to find a new one. Once you assist with workload over at the Morrowby Dry Docks. Ah yes, the Morrowby Dry Docks. What say you taking on some work from Nautic and Families? We got a great hulking warships to build and could certainly use an extra hand for any number of tasks. For the first job, I need you to run this missive over to Lapburn, head of shipwright at the Morrowby Dry Docks. Forge most of the ship's bits and pieces here in the Armorers Guild, but the actual construction takes place at the docks found in south of Lower Lonosia. It's also where you'll find the main offices of Nautic and Vimili. The Morrowby Dry Docks is one of Limsa Lominsa's most important districts, at least as far as I'm concerned, and I'm sure you will not regret attuning yourself to the area's aetheryte. If you've no confidence in your sense of direction, you'd be best served making use of Chocobo Pore, first floor of the mizzenmast, in case you were wondering. Really? I can use Chocobo to Morrowby? If you choose to make trek on your own 2 feet, leave the city through the Tempest Gate and follow the road south. May the navigator guide your steps. Well then. So let's go unlock a job. I'm not unlocking the Disciple of the Hand quest yet. Still have no idea how I'm actually going to handle those in the end. Like I said, I may show a little bit of off screen. I'll definitely show the quest on screen. But the leveling is just repetitive. So nothing really different to show there. I may show if I get to the point that I can make really crazy things, which I can't. So let's go to Hawker's Alley. And I will say, if you're interested in other classes, give them a try. You don't have to stay on it. You're not set to one, and you can level all of them. So it's not like It's not like Warcraft where you have to make a new character for each class. All classes are available on one character, which I think is a better system. Anyways, the Arcanist Guild is over here, and this is one of the Aetherites we do not have, so let's attune ourselves to that. I don't know how many more we could be missing. I now have Aethernet access to the Arcanist Guild. Oh, this was the last one. You have attuned yourself to all Aethernet shards in Limsa Lominsa. The Zephyr Gate and the Tempest Gate are now accessible as Aethernet destinations, which means you can teleport directly outside the city. Yeah, let me move. And luckily it will tell you which way it goes. I think it didn't when I first restarted. So, what do we got here? We have a quest here? I guess so. Where's Sweetnix with those important records? Without the proper documentation, I'm afraid we shall have to expel him from the city. Why, these are Sweetnix's records. Glad I am to see they were submitted in time. Obviously, you would think that goblin would have lost his fear of our office by now. Every month he has to submit these papers, and every month his tardiness forces me to consider his removal. As long as one follows proper procedure, Limsa Lominsa is quite welcoming to foreign traders. Pray convey these words to Sweetnix. Perhaps it will aid you in soothing poor goblin's fears. Oh, there's a quest from her too. What level was it? Level 1. I'm not going to bother with that. But, let's talk to the guild receptionist. So you want to be an Arcanist? Yeah, not really. Welcome to the Arcanist Guild. It is here that we research and develop the fields of Arcanima. Arcanima? I don't know. Arcanima is the science of employing arcane geometries, intricate patterns that map the unlocked mysteries of existence, draw forth and manipulate the body's etheric energies. Prefer an arcane art built on structured thought and precise reasoning here, and your discerning intellect may find a home here in our office. And I just randomly noticed that mammal jaw at the other counter. That's just weird. May you consider enrolling yourself as an initiate? Okay. Aha! Just as I predicted. Before we proceed any further, however, let us first feed your appetite for knowledge with a morsel of guild history. I really wish I would have kept a second drink over here. The roots of Arcanima can be traced back to esoteric calculations practiced by the people of the South Sea Isles. It was these island folk that first discovered a method to express natural phenomena in mathematical terms. Building on this process, the existing mathematical formulae were further developed into arcane geometries, precise patterns that allowed a practitioner to weave aether into special magical effects. The mage who invoked this new form of magic became known as Arcanist, and the School of Arcanima was born. Many such mages wishing to expand their understanding of the world took to the seas aboard trading vessels. Upon their arrival in Limsa Lominsa, Arcanists found themselves welcomed into the academic elite, and soon secured position in the realms of governance and council. You know, for being a pirate town, I wouldn't think there'd be many academic elites, but that's me being prejudiced again. I'm not prejudiced, I hate everyone. The knowledge of an Arcanist, however, is traditionally passed on from master to chosen disciple. As such, Admiral Merwib, counting several wielders of Arcanima among her personal staff, became concerned that this exclusionary practice would lead to the eventual extinction of the art. So at the Admiral's express orders, an official Arcanist Guild was established, and funding was provided for research and training. The complex and demanding nature of Arcanima, however, remains the greatest threat to its own future. If you invite such cerebral challenges to you, have but to reaffirm your commitment to joining the guild. All of the guilds will give you a history, and all of them will make you talk to them again. Well, have you decided to enroll in our guild, or are you now intimidated by the thought of excessive thinking? Oh God, if I wasn't ever intimidated by the thought of excessive thinking, I would, well, I'd probably be panphobic at this point. So, we now get Way of the Arcanist, and we just have to hit accept. Your sound judgment is to be commended. Now, standard practice dictates that I introduce you to our guildmaster that we might convey your intentions in person. Due to extraordinary circumstances, however, he is unreachable at present. Said you may speak to Mr. Thurbergenberg. She has shouldered full responsibility for the guild's leadership in the interim. You'll find her just over there by the bookshelves. You need being shy, though. Her mind is sharp and critical, her manner is always most welcoming. Okay. Well, talk to the guildmaster. And get a little cutscene. Yes, I am Thurgenberg, and welcome to the Arcanist Guild. As Murray has doubtlessly explained, I am serving as acting guildmaster until our wayward leader deigns to return. I assume our capable receptionist also spoke of our art's origins. Allow me then to expound upon its nature. Arcanima taps into the living energy of Aether. The evidence that this is represented most aptly, perhaps by our ability to manifest the arcane entity Carbuncle, and the manner of magic which this ethereal ally employs at our command. The core of the discipline, however, is found in the pursuit of definitive solutions to any political quandary, even on the field of battle, nay, especially on the field of battle. Thus, this principle takes precedence. If one wishes to make certain of the question of victory, then one must apply the most effective strategy. An Arcanist is measured by her ability to calmly analyze the situation from moment to moment, respond with the most appropriate spells to hand. Study of Arcanima will test your mental faculties to the point of perplexity. Are you prepared to reason your way through predicament after predicament? Are you prepared to reason? No. Yes. An unambiguous response, the kind I most prefer. Let us now see if the clarity of your words is matched by the sharpness of your mind. Here, take this grimoire in hand, and we shall judge your aptitudes for our discipline. And we have unlocked our first job, one of the 3 Disciple of Magic jobs. And I'm not going to do Arcanist right now. Truth be told, I hate Arcanist so much. I don't know why, but I got it to 50 and I never looked back. The only reason my Scholar is geared is because, well, my White Mage was geared. But just as a quick thing, I will show you how to change classes. You go into your Armoury system, and I hate blind company invites. I really do. I have plans. If I want to join one, I will join a different one. Or make my own. Making my own sounds preferable. If anyone is interested in it, yeah, we'll do that. But anyways, as I was saying, to change your class, you must click on your weapon. Scroll over to the Weathered Grimoire, and our class has changed, and we are naked. And here's us in battle stance, or as my most preferred pose in this, just reading the book. And as I mentioned earlier, the Armoury system, if you have properly equipped, set to the gear, you can just come in here, go back to Marauder, and switch back. Nothing hard. I will say that if you are outside of town, skills will have a cooldown. Since the last update, if you're in any place that you have Aetherite access to, it will not give you the cooldown issue. Like, for example, Red Rooster Stead didn't have an Aetherite, so if I changed classes there, I would be subject to the cooldown. But if I went to Swift Perch, I would not be. But I believe that is that for this episode. And I will see you next time, and have fun.